Hello my angling friends, and welcome back to the channel, your ultimate guide to tight lines and full nets. Today we are diving deep into the fishing forecast for Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, right here in beautiful Ireland. Now if you are thinking of staying home, think again. This day, my friends, is shaping up to be absolutely special for a very particular reason, and trust me, you won't want to miss what nature has in store for our finned friends. October is a month of transition, a time when our waters cool and our predatory fish really start to turn on. We have got some interesting conditions coming our way that will make for a truly engaging day on the water if you know where to look and what to use. So let us get right into it, and I will show you how to make the most of this autumn day. First up, let us talk about our freshwater titans, the pike. Autumn, and especially late October, is prime time for these toothy predators across Ireland. They are in a full-blown feeding frenzy, trying to pack on weight before the deeper chill of winter truly sets in. So, where should you be looking? My experience tells me to focus your efforts on the deeper, more sheltered sections of our larger loughs like Lough Derg or Lough Mask, or the quieter, slow-moving stretches of rivers. Why there? Because the cooling water and any moderate breezes will often push baitfish into these calmer, slightly deeper havens, and where the baitfish go, the pike follow. For tackle, a medium-heavy spinning rod with a strong reel is essential. For lures, think big, large, soft plastic swim baits, jerk baits, or even a well-presented dead bait fished on a trace are incredibly effective. A little trick, try a slightly slower retrieve in the cooler water. Sometimes a more sluggish presentation can trigger that aggressive strike. Now, for those who love the salty spray, let us talk about bass. October is historically a phenomenal month for bigger bass, particularly along Ireland's rugged coastlines, especially in the south from Cork to Kerry, including the famous Copper Coast. These strong fighters will be actively patrolling, looking for a meal. My advice? Focus your efforts on deeper channels during low tide where fish might concentrate, and do not forget shallower, rough ground where baitfish seek refuge. For baits, a good chunk of lugworm or peeler crab is often irresistible. Many anglers, myself included, have had great success with lures like black minnows, hard needlefish type lures, or even soft plastic worms fished well. Next, for those who appreciate the finesse of freshwater angling, let us talk about brown trout. These beauties remain surprisingly active in late October and can be targeted successfully, particularly on larger loughs. Concentrate your efforts on areas where you observe insect activity or where small baitfish are schooling near drop-offs. Traditional wet or dry flies can still be very productive, particularly during those calmer periods, as can small spinners or minnow imitations. The cooling water stimulates their metabolism, making them keen to feed. Finally, for some exciting coarse fishing, we have perch. In late October, perch will be schooling and actively feeding across many of our lakes and canals. Look for them around underwater structures, bridge pillars, and the edges of any remaining weed beds. Small spinners, worms, or maggots on a float rig can be incredibly effective for these aggressive little predators. Now let us break down the conditions for our chosen day, the 23rd of October, 2025. The weather forecast suggests daytime air temperatures ranging around 10 degrees Celsius, falling to 5 or 6 degrees Celsius at night. We are looking at a moderate wind, potentially from the south-southeast, picking up to around 11 to 13 miles per hour, with gusts up to 33 miles per hour in exposed areas. There is a chance of light precipitation, with forecasts indicating around 2 to 3/10 of a millimeter of rain. Atmospheric pressure might be fluctuating, which can sometimes make fish a bit capricious. Regarding water temperature, the average sea temperature around Ireland in October hovers around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. Inland waters will also be cooling, but not drastically. This cooling trend generally signals to predatory fish that it is time to feed aggressively before winter truly sets in. This is a key factor for our pike and bass. And what about the moon phase on the 23rd of October 2025? The moon will be in a waxing crescent phase with an illumination of around 4%. It is about 2 days old after the new moon. While some might consider this phase less optimal than a full moon, many anglers, myself included, believe that the period following a new moon, as the light begins to return and grow, often correlates with increasing fish activity, pushing towards the first quarter. Overall, fish activity for this time of year in Ireland sees a general shift towards aggressive autumn feeding patterns. Predatory fish, like pike and bass, are often in a feed-up mode. Brown trout also remain active and can offer excellent sport, while coarse fish like perch will be schooling and actively feeding. My clear assessment for fishing on October 23, 2025 is good, but potentially capricious. The cooling water and actively feeding predators are strong positives. However, fluctuating pressure and a brisk wind might make conditions a bit tricky, pushing some fish deeper and requiring adaptability in your approach. So there you have it, my friends. Get your gear ready, check those local regulations, and prepare for an exciting day on the water. May your lines be tight and your catches be plentiful. No tail, no scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you do not miss any of my upcoming fishing adventures. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to lures for pike and bass in autumn in Ireland? What is your favourite fishing spot this time of year? Share your tips and let us keep this awesome community growing. Tight lines, everyone.